What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. Shout out to the LDBC. And always like to remind you guys that if you want to donate to my channel, if you want to show love to my channel, if you want to contribute to Too Raw for TV, you can do so in the links provided in the description box below. Now, let's talk about this fight between Keith One Time Thurman and Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao. I really didn't have a dog, you know, in this race. I really wasn't too terribly partisan, I guess, as far as rooting for anybody in this fight. I have my issues with both fighters. Manny Pacquiao, I don't, I've never forgotten about what happened with Mayweather and Pacquiao in the YTBC on YouTube all those many years. That still resonates with me in a negative fashion. I guess as time has gone on, I've kind of moved on a little bit from that, but I don't forget. You know what I'm saying? With Keith Thurman, it's other things. It's the personality. It's a sense of phoniness in his personality, and it's just other things that didn't make me want to root for anybody. But if you're going to watch this fight, even if you're watching it from an objective standpoint, you still want to see a good fight, and it was that. So that was a good thing in the annals of boxing history. When you think about it, it's a good thing that this was a great fight to watch. Um, I kind of thought that Manny Pacquiao might have had an edge in this. Some people thought Thurman had the edge. Uh, I thought that Manny's championship pedigree and his toughness and tenacity possibly would overcome the biological disadvantage he has at being over 40 years of age, which a long time ago would have been the death knell for any fighter. But today, with nutrition and other things that fighters are willing to get their hands on, fighters are able to fight for much longer than they did back in the days of, Willie Pep and those guys. But I think the knockdown in the first round really set the tone for this fight. Keith Thurman uh, really fell behind earlier in this fight, and he did come on, but Manny was still able to hold off Keith Thurman. Body punching Keith Thurman, his ribs must be made of Laffy Taffy or something, man, because um, he just cannot take body shots to save his life, man. He cannot take body shots, and Manny Pacquiao was able to be just busy enough and explosive enough to hold on for a split decision victory. Slow down in the latter half of this fight, but you can expect that for a guy his age. Um, Keith Thurman needs to just ride off into the sunset and never come back, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not embarrassing that he lost to Manny Pacquiao. It's embarrassing that what makes it embarrassing is you do all of this talking. That's why you have to respect a guy like Muhammad Ali. You have to respect other guys like, him who were able to talk, but then back it up. You can't talk and have your wife ringside and then get knocked the fuck down and, you know, fold up like a bitch every time someone even fiends a body punch to you. You know what I'm saying? So Manny Pacquiao was able to hand Keith Thurman his first loss of his career. He took his welterweight title. And Manny Pacquiao, no matter how you feel about his fans, he is one of the all-time great legends in the history of boxing. He improves his record overall to 62-7 with 2 draws, I believe, and 39 knockouts. Well, I think Keith Thurman record goes down to, I think it's 29-1, I think. with 22 knockouts. So Keith Thurman becomes semi-irrelevant now. And now you have to wonder with Manny Pacquiao, what's next for him? Um, some people, including myself, would love to see a rubber match between Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. Um, the first fight was financially the biggest fight in the history of boxing, but from a quality standpoint, the fight was trash. It really was. Now, I thought Floyd won running away with it, but the fight was so trash and anticlimactic that you kind of want to see these two fight again. For as big a name as they are in boxing, or were in boxing, especially at that particular time, you kind of would like to see them fight again. Because if Floyd does the same thing that he did 5 years ago, or 4 years ago, he does the same thing he did 4 years ago, then there's no question that Floyd Mayweather is just that much better than Manny Pacquiao. I remember Manny Pacquiao had this excuse about his shoulder and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't buying it. But you do want to see these guys fight again. Um, I know I would, just to make up for the fact that the fight didn't live up to the expectations that people had. But of course, if that doesn't happen, there's other fights that we like to see. Um, somebody please fight Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? Somebody please fight Bud Crawford. You know what I'm saying? I think we're all getting tired of these great black fighters being ducked by other marquee names. You know what I'm saying? Keith Thurman, if he couldn't handle Manny Pacquiao, those dudes would beat the shit out of him. But at this point, actually, I would enjoy seeing him getting his ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? By the marquee black fighters that are out there. So that's pretty much my take on it, man. You know what I'm saying? Not a big boxing fan anymore. Um, didn't even wasn't even going to do a video talking about this shit, but I said no, I gotta talk about this. This was a big event. You know what I'm saying? So tell me what you guys think, man, about this fight.